Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another LEGO Train MOC showcase video. This is for a fictional 044 tank engine design. It's been a very long time since I've made my own design engine, you know, a custom build, not based on anything real. Well, I say that, this is actually based on two things actually. So I started off making the GWR 1400 class tank engine, which is an 042. Then I thought I would try, I need to make sure I get this right, the LSWR-01, I think that's what it's called. It's a Victorian era tank engine if I recall correctly as well. It's actually quite difficult to find older designed steam locomotives. But eventually I thought, you know what, I'll just make my own train and kind of just roll with it. And then that way I don't have to kind of base it on anything, I've got no limitations, I can just make it whatever I want. And I'm actually quite pleased with this. I'm very pleased to have another tank engine on the railway as well, because I have too many tender engines and it is getting very full in here. I mean, there's very little space left to really kind of move things around. So we're starting at the front as always. The base of the locomotive is actually grey. I thought I'd try out using some light grey parts instead of kind of wasting all of my black parts. It's nice to use a different colour as well, and because these are nice, brighter, more vibrant colours, they kind of work well together, or at least I think they do. At the fronts for the buffers as well, we got some nice, if I actually just turn it this way, so much for the track. We'll get it back on the track soon. So these are some nice sort of bubbly dome pieces. I don't know what you would call these, but these are some of the parts I've had put to the side just for, you know, collecting special parts in case any train model I make in the future would need them. And, you know, lo and behold, here they are today being used. Oh, that's a good thing. And that's the same thing for many red bricks as well. That's why I built this train in red, because, you know, I haven't built a red engine ever since my Princess Coronation. And it's nice to have another red train as well. It's nice to put all these red bricks to good use. Something like these door pieces here, some of the circular pieces, these slope bricks as well on the side of the boiler. Handle bricks here, some windows. So yeah, that was the ultimate decision, and of course, at the back, some red buffers. Oh yeah. That's actually a thing. That's actual Lego, not a rip-off Lego set. Speaking of old Lego sets, 5972, that's a 1x3 brick with that sticker on it, and that's from the original Hogwarts Express set. The actual proper first one, which is very cool because we still have, well, not the set, but we have the pieces for it. We bought the new one that came out about a year or two ago. Fuck me, has it been that long already? Wow. But yeah, I thought, you know, this is a nice looking brick. It's just being put to the side again with the other Hogwarts related parts. So I may as well use it here. I mean, 3 stars, the way it all kind of shaped into being 3 here and 5 stars along here. It just works nicely and just slotted it in. Speaking of more special parts, the funnel is actually, I need to swap hands again. I can always focus it with my right hand. There we go. So you can see that bottom piece there is like the trophy piece that you get with like a minifigures pack, which is pretty cool. Again, another piece just collected and put to the side and now used for this. Again, I had to swap hands. God, doing this is getting a bit tedious. But yes, it's nice to have some odd pieces like this. There's very few opportunities this will be used for anything else, and kind of given the shape of how this engine turned out to be, using something like that, nice, something nice and thin for the funnel as well, looks pretty good, and something that was much more preferred. The wheels are Shapeways 3D printed drive wheels that I got a very long time ago as a part of another model. I still have a few of these left over, but it's also nice to use these 3D printed wheels because I have so many of them. XXL wheels in particular. So that's a flange wheel, that's a blind wheel, and we have 2 sets of rear wheels on a pivot. Taking this up again, as I mentioned earlier, that's how this moves, and of course these are fixed to the main frame. This does of course go around points and corners very easily, which is of course a good thing, but that also demanded that this had to be a blind. I couldn't really build an engine where these were, like 2 of these were flanged. I could definitely spread them out, but this would definitely have to have some kind of snaky sort of movement, which would only complicate things and isn't really necessary. So, yeah, that's the kind of main section. The boiler isn't anything special, really. It's quite chunky, but I do like it, though. Given the length of the tank engine, that kind of 6-wide build does suit it quite nicely. Now, to go into the cab, because there is a fair whack of detail and lack thereof that I am actually quite pleased with. So this is the main reason why I decided... Oh, hang on. Camera notoriously doesn't like red and doesn't want to focus. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get. So, I wanted to use red bricks because of these door pieces here. Ugh, it doesn't even want to open. But yeah, these are old pieces. These look pretty good. And I think these are from like a vintage train set. One of those really old ones. So yeah, I thought, well, you know, I can use that for the cab. I don't want to build this all in grey or whatever. Let's use the red bricks. And yeah, kind of just built from this area. Went forward then upwards. And the cab as well just looks quite nice. Using these slate bricks again as kind of an archway to get in. The little coal area back there, of course, because it's a tank engine. This other similar piece to the door here, just looking really nice. And it all just works really well. I'm very pleased with this. Again, this isn't anything that's based on... Well, again, it takes inspiration from 2 real-life locomotives. But the whole build itself is all me. Again, so there's no sort of build limit, so to say. I don't have to stick to any one shape or anything like that. But yeah... There we go. It is a beautiful tank engine. Again, it's nice to have another tank engine on the railway. With plenty of wheels still available and loads more that can be purchased online, of course. I do want to try and make some more, but I want to make some more with the XXL wheels. I have one idea, but I don't know how well that could work. I'll have to think on that. But, there we go, let's just push this around one more time because this does look quite nice. I'm very pleased with this, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let's end this video here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!